So Donald Trump's on the warpath about the Russia investigation. What's new? So recently, the testimony of the person who commissioned the famous dossier against Donald Trump, where they alleged significant ties to Russians and apparently interesting sexual habits of Donald Trump. But to me, that is actually not that interesting. What's much more interesting is the financial connections. Anyway, he's mad about that. That some of the testimony has been released. He's mad that the investigation continues. He's mad that Mueller is now looking to question him specifically and personally. So he puts out a tweet. The single greatest witch hunt in American history continues. There was no collusion. Everybody, including the Dems, know there was no collusion. And yet on it goes. Russia and the world is laughing at the stupidity they are witnessing. Republicans should finally take control. Now, okay, look, the beginning part of that is standard fare. I remember when an insider leaked to one of the papers saying that Donald Trump was really proud when he came up with the phrase witch hunt. He thought like, oh, this will ruin their investigation. I'll just call it a witch hunt. And it's a very, very immature, childish reaction as usual. Anyway, but we know that he's been saying that for a long time. The last part's the part that's important. Republicans should finally take control. But in our system of government, that's not how it works. So if the FBI or a special counsel is investigating someone, politicians cannot get involved and say, hey, don't worry about the rule of law. Don't worry about if he violated any of the laws. Don't worry about the Justice Department. That's not what we're gonna do. We're just gonna end the investigation on political grounds. We're gonna take control. Now, that's obviously a terrible idea. It's not what America stands for, but Trump doesn't know and doesn't care what America stands for. He's never believed in this country. So now it's okay. They're gonna ask Chuck Grassley. He's the head of the committee that's looking into this in the Senate, and he's a Republican, deeply conservative Republican. And so they're gonna ask him, hey, do you wanna take control? Get a load of his answer.
The president said that the Republicans should take control of the investigation in light of the release of this transcript. Are you losing control of this investigation, and should you regain control?
I don't know what the president has in mind, and I don't think I better comment until I have a discussion with the president on that point. And I don't intend to have a discussion with the president on that point, and I hope he doesn't call me and tell me the same thing that you said he said.
That's one of my favorite quotes ever. And I hope he doesn't call me to tell me the thing that you said he said. Why? Because it would be terribly inappropriate for the president to call the Judiciary chairman in the Senate and go, hey, can you stop a legal investigation of me? Can you help me obstruct justice? Because then Grassley would have to say, no, plus now I have to report you to the FBI, you knucklehead. That's obstruction of justice. So that's why he's saying, oh God, you saw when he first heard the quote, he did a little eye movement like, So he's like, don't call me. Whatever you do, Trump, don't call me, man. I don't need to go to prison next to you. So no, Republicans are not supposed to take control. Politicians are not supposed to take control of a legal investigation. It is the 28th time approximately, that's a hyperbole, but not much, that Donald Trump has done obstruction of justice in plain day sight. I mean, plain day sight, but that's not a word. Plain view in open, what is it?
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight, okay. If you like this video, bless your heart. We got a lot more where that came from. We do a full show every day, Monday through Friday. Come enjoy it ad-free by becoming a member, tytnetwork.com/join.